Hello, everyone. Question for today. Why comparing yourself to others is the biggest waste of time? I will give you 3 reasons why it is so, and I will explain very shortly what kind of negative effect comparing to others, yourself to others, has on you. And in the end of the video, I will give you one very cool mind hack to help you stop comparing yourself to others. Stay till the end. It's a short video and full of a lot of useful information. Okay, so comparing yourself to others really fuels self-judgment. And self-judging creates a lot of thinking and emotional overwhelm. Self-judging, criticizing yourself, not being able to accept a compliment, things like that, they are really not life-sustaining thoughts, and they fill you with a lot of negativity and emotional overwhelm. And that's not a nice way to live, is it? Right. So there are few reasons why comparing yourself to others wastes your time and wastes your life, basically. Reason 1, we know very little about other people's lives. We see the surface of things and we make a judgment about other people and make a judgment about us as compared to them. And this comparison, the interesting thing is, it's always in their favor and our disfavor. So we make a positive judgment about them and negative judgment about ourselves. Second reason, comparison helps us to find a lot of negatives in ourselves because the mind is negatively biased through evolution. We get magnetized by negative thoughts. Now, let me explain what I mean when we say we are negatively biased or our mind is negatively biased. Our mind and our brain developed over millions of years of evolution, and the only job of the mind is protect us and keep us safe. So as a result, we needed to be looking out for danger in terms of negatives. And any kind of danger is, so it's better, it's actually, there is a payoff for us to look out for danger than to look out for non-danger, right? Because if we pay attention to the negatives, in the end, we are ensuring our survival. This is what the mind is thinking. That's what the brain is thinking. So really, right now, we inherited millions of years of evolution inside our brains, and we're living with the brain that is hardwired to look for danger, to look for negatives. There's not much danger around now. That's why we're looking for negatives. So because negative thoughts are so attractive, so important for us, we get magnetized by these thoughts and we get stuck in a loop, emotional and thinking loop, thinking the same negative thoughts about ourselves. And comparison helps us with in this. Comparing ourselves with others helps us to keep running this negative thought and emotional loops. Reason number 3, why comparing yourself to others is the biggest waste of time. When you compare yourself to others, your mind goes in total survival mode, which is not what you want. This is connected to our evolution as well. Let me give you an example. Anya compares herself to Mary. She says, Mary is successful in her business. She makes much more money than me. So what happens in Anya's mind? Anya is unhappy because there is something that Anya lacks. As a result, mind goes into stress and into survival and protection mode. Why does it happen? The mind uses stress for survival because it cannot stand any kind of idea of lack or shortage. Yeah. So if there is not enough, that means I have to turn on the stress and I have to protect. right? So we get magnetized by these thoughts because they are important. They're flagged as important by our mind. And this again perpetuates this negative loop of thinking and feeling. Now, as I promised, I am giving you one simple hack to stop comparing yourself to others. Instead of comparison, use contrast. What's the difference, you think? You ask. So the difference is very subtle, but very useful for our purpose. Contrasting yourself to others helps you to get unstuck, gets you out from the negative thought loops and feeling loops. Here's an example. Remember when Anya compares herself to Mary? Mary is making more money than me. In Anya's mind, Anya is lacking something, so we've got to go and try to protect and help her. For this, we need to go into stress, right? Now, when the mind perceives lack, it gets stressed with the purpose to be protecting and helping survival. Now, Anya contrasts herself with Mary. Now, let's use contrast. Mary is very successful in her business. She makes so much money. That stands by itself. It's a fact about Mary. I'm Anya. I'm a single mom, and I make enough money or good money for the job I do, and I take good care of my son. So this, in Anya's mind, Mary's great, Anya is great, and Anya wants to do even greater things for herself. So there is no perception of lack or shortage. And in this state, the mind is relaxed. Because the mind is relaxed, it can accept the opportunities for growth. It becomes curious, it becomes open, it becomes exploring, right? It starts exploring. So really, when contrasting, you find differences for obvious reasons. And these differences stand in their own right. Mary's like this. Yes, there are a lot of great things about Mary. I'm like this, right? Whereas when we compare, we look for similarities when there are none. For example, when Anya compares herself with Mary, I'm not as successful in business as Mary. How can she compare these two? Logically, there is no sense. The nature of Anya's work and Mary's business are very different. They are incomparable. So today, try to use contrast, not compare. And why is it a mind hack? Your mind will be thinking anyways. So just give it better ways and better things to think about, right? And train it. It's any skill, it just needs practice and repetition. The moment you find yourself comparing yourself with others and you get this nagging feeling that there is something wrong, you're using wrong kind of thinking. Start contrasting, okay? Right, so that's it. As pleasure as always to talk to you and to see you all. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll be here next time with another video. Bye.